Welcome back to show 2. We have an amazing setup for you today, and you're going to want to hear what we're about to talk about. But before we go there, I got to talk about my amazing co-host today. She's the beautiful, the talented Miss Sarah Sluski. Talk to us. Tell them where we're going today.
Yes, we have a really exciting show today. So rankings are out. We're going to discuss all of those results. We have some new schools making that top 20 list too.
And we're talking about elementary and middle school rankings,
You
right?
already know it. Yeah.
It's amazing to get into the top 20, so let's not waste any time. Let's just go there now.
Let's do it.
Let's go. Thank you, Sarah. And look, this is one of the times where I get excited to hear about how all our schools are doing statewide. So some of them are advantage schools, some might not be, but it doesn't matter. We welcome everybody, and everyone else gives us the competition that we need to improve. So let's start with our elementary rankings. Who's going to start us off with that? I think it's going to be me, because my alma mater broke into the top 20. So I'm pretty excited about that. So in 20th place, we have Diamond Elementary from Santa Ana Unified, and I believe in 19th is one of our close friends from Fullerton, Raymond Elementary.
We can't forget 18th, though. Santiago coming in clutch from Santa Ana Unified as well. Leading up after that, we got Rolling Hills over in Fullerton. 16th place, we got Millbrook in San Jose.
Wow.
Coming in, showing us what's up down south. And finally, in my district, Buena Park, we got Whitaker Elementary coming in for a clutch surprise right there.
15th, so Whitaker's in the, beautiful.
Yeah.
Good work out there.
Very excited.
Good job, Buena Park, all right. Give us the other ones, Miss Clarabelle.
Well, rounding out after that is going to be Hermosa Drive from Fullerton in Fullerton, California. And then we'll have Velasquez Academy, which is one of our Los Angeles schools. They're not one of our advantage schools, but they're definitely tough competition to beat.
They show up.
They show up. Next up, we have another Fullerton school, Beechwood in 12th place. They are our 12th place school right now.
This is our first year, you know that? They're just
Wait, this is Beechwood's first elementary school?
elementary. They started elementary this year, and there they are.
And they're already ranked 12th.
Yes.
Yeah.
Diamond, we're going to catch those guys.
We will see. Oh, and then we can't forget Orange Thorpe. They got an amazing coach. They're coming in 11th place right now for Fullerton as well.
And Orange Thorpe, I think, they had a team break. So these guys are having team breaks. That means that everybody's breaking on their team, which is pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. No, and then that brings us into our top 10. So dun 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 dun. Here's our top 10 going into December, and we have in 10th place right now. 2-time defending state champions, Martin Elementary. This has been one of their rebuilding years, but they're rebuilding pretty well, and they're still in the top 10. Top 10 is very difficult competition, so I'm very proud of them.
Yes, and in 9th, I mean, this is a team that has been so consistent in Fullerton, which is my home, Richmond Elementary, and they've got an amazing teacher coach. Those students are go-getters, so that's great to see.
That's true, that's good.
They absolutely are, but we can't discount Emory Elementary. They've been absolutely phenomenal. They blew out the semifinals and finals results in declamation in their very first warm-up tournament. So,
what a great comeback. Remember, we started that district before COVID, and then we kept it, and that was a tough one. So my congratulations to you, Clarabelle, Audrey, all of you for engaging and really inspiring those kids. Because look at them now. Now that we're going back out from virtual and out into face-to-face, they're really doing a great job. So congratulations for that.
The next one is actually going to be one of our hard hitters to really keep an eye out for, and it's going to be Caroline Clark from San Jose.
I heard of that name, and I'm like, Caroline Clark, that sounds like a makeup brand. So they're strong, right? They're really coming out hard.
Strong. They are
Good for
strong.
them. All those San Jose schools.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is that they're feeding them out there. But Judas Priest, man.
Well, and you got to watch out because they're going where? To the middle schools. So.
Oh, that's
Right.
right.
And
That's right.
speaking of, I mean, Fissler Elementary, talking about those
Defending national champions, right?
champions, their elementary team feeds into that middle school, and they're on the map. The elementary team is strong this year.
So for those administrators watching, if you have a K-8, you should have two really strong
Yes.
programs going in. So,
Absolutely.
anyways, who do we have in the top 5? I want to hear our top 5 elementary schools.
Ooh, we got a really strong competitor over in Sunset Lane coming to us from Fullerton. They've been a consistent program since we started up there, and it's fantastic to see them up in the top 5 already.
And who's the teacher coach there?
We have a new one. We have a lot of newer teacher coaches this year, but they're not backing down. We have Corinne, and those kids are kind of showing her the ropes, and it's awesome to see that they know and they remember and they're eager to lead the team
Well,
this year.
good for them. And who do we have in ranked fourth?
That is, again, one of our evergreen schools. I'm telling you, this is their first year, but they're on it. It's Matsumoto Elementary and Evergreen School District.
Wow. Yeah. So, so for everybody out there, there's no secret. What these students have done is they want to do well, so they practice. It's no secret. You practice, you get paid. That's how you win, right?
Yes.
So who do we have in number 3? Here's the top 3 in elementary. I want to hear it.
It's another San Jose school. It's Evergreen Elementary. Yes. And they
Consistency.
feed into a powerhouse for middle school too. I believe it is Chaboya, and if not, it's Quimby, and that's another powerhouse.
Oh, so that they have a really good structure of having that
Yes.
K through 8 component, which is making them real strong. But in number 2, we have a school that doesn't have a K through 8 component. They're just K through 5. And coming in second are defending state champions from last year as well. Defending state champions, them and Laguna Roads, both golded at state. And so number 2 is from Santa Ana Unified, Muir Fundamental. And those kids have so much energy, they can't wait. And when I told them, I said, hey, I'm just letting you know, Laguna Roads, they're getting 2 to 3 events. They're like, I want one now. When can I get it? So they're ready to go. They certainly want to show that they belong in the top echelon.
Absolutely.
And in our number 1 school, and when you're the number 1 school, Laguna Roads at Fullerton, everyone is talking about you. You have kids from San Jose talking about you, kids from Buena Park, Santa Ana, Hacienda La Puente. They all know that you are all doing very good work. So don't take your foot off the gas pedal, because before you know it, you'll be in 3rd or 4th. So the work has to continue, because our goal is really, this is a good snapshot to where we are now, right? But our goal is where we want to be when it's time for state nationals.
Yeah.
Would you?
Yep.
We told the students, I mean, this is your starting point. Think of this like a race, right? It's not like you have your final placements. Now you have to continue to work to stay in that spot. So,
Right.
our top 3 could look completely different
They-
halfway through this year.
They definitely can, and we don't know. And in our rankings, these are California state rankings. So there's other schools that are trying to come in, but I mean, if you look at the rankings here, I think 5 of our schools that are on these top 20 rankings were national schools of excellence. That means they all get a share of the national championships. That's pretty amazing. But let's go to our middle schools.
middle school
Let's go with our top 20 middle schools. What do we got?
It's intense at the middle school level.
Yes, it is. Well, I'm really excited this year because starting off, and they're scrappy, so watch out. Watch out, BP, watch out, Fullerton. It's going to be Cedar Lane Academy from Hacienda La Puente. And also, right above them is going to be Fairgrove, which is an academy also at Hacienda La Puente.
All right, HLP making a move. All right.
But I mentioned earlier the elementary Orangethorpe. They've also got a middle school team who is coming in 18th place, and they're scrappy as well. They got Pam.
Wait. The Orangethorpe Elementary, just with their 6th graders,
That's what their 6th graders.
they've hit the top 20.
Top 20.
Yep.
Beautiful. Good job, Pam Keller. Go ahead. Who else do we have?
We have 17th place. It's going to be Baldwin School, and they're also a Hacienda La Puente school.
Good for
And,
Baldwin.
They are mostly a 6th grade team.
Interesting.
Our 6th graders across.
Yeah, what's going on with Joel? And their coach is Joel, well-renowned coach, should be in the Hall of Fame, from El Paso, Texas. I mean, and everywhere he goes, people win championships. So, anyways, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, you're good. Then we have 16th place. Another Hacienda La Puente school from the not from the San Jose area, from the Hacienda La Puente from California, and it is Newton Middle School.
Congratulations. All right, great start. So let's go with 15th place on up. Talk to us.
We got Velasquez Academy coming in strong in 15th right there, showing us from Los Angeles County. In 14th place, also repping Hacienda La Puente, we got Mesa Robles.
All right.
13th from my home district itself, we got Beatty Middle School. They're coming in strong too. Like that district, honestly, with their decks, crisp and clean.
Beautiful.
They're giving them a run for their money. But we can't discount Santa Ana coming in 12th from Sierra Preparatory Academy.
Excellent.
Very excited about that. And then lastly, for me at least, we got Hermosa Drive coming in at 11th place, which takes us into our top 10 in the state.
Top 10 in the state, 3-time former defending national champions. They won the national championship 3 times in a row. Last year was a rebuilding year. They weren't able to break into the top 10, but this is the light at the end of the tunnel because now they're in their second year. They're coming out of the virtual. They're coming into real life. So in 10th place, we have Advanced Learning Academy, who's trying to make a comeback here. They want that national championship back.
There we go. You know, Sal, you were talking about alma maters. I've heard mine thrown around a couple of times. I went to Orangethorpe Elementary and our 9th place, Ladera Vista Junior High. So I'm happy to see those students up there working hard, and we just got to keep it up, right? Right, Ladera Vista? All right.
Who do we have in 8th?
We have Via Fundamental from Santa Ana
Ooh.
Unified.
Now, Via came on strong at this last tournament.
We did.
I want the VIA students and coaches to know that what you did at this tournament was amazing. I didn't know that you were this loaded. I mean, they have a team. I believe their team is almost 80 students.
Oh my God.
And
Wow.
yeah, they're not messing around. So that principal there, those coaches have really done a good job of promoting speech, and that's why they're in the top 10 now. In fact, they're not even number 9 or 10; they're number 8. So that's good for them.
Good. Let's see. So, of course, Evergreen's going to jump up again, and we have Leva, who, you know, after last year, I think they're hungry now. I think they're hungry for something, and I have a feeling they're going to start to weave their way through. So they're in 7th now, but I would watch out for Leva this year.
Okay. All right. What about our number 6?
I'll say I don't know. I think Fissler's the one to really keep an eye out for at Fissler Middle School. Those students are always hungry. They're always looking
defending
for
national champs, right?
Yes, they are.
Defending
Third
national
and fourth
champs.
events. They're always looking for more events to do.
All right. Now let's go into our top 5. Take it away, Mr. Mike.
We got a really strong competitor here from MacArthur Fundamental over in Santa Ana Unified. They've consistently been easily top 10 for all the years that they've been competing, and it's really good to see them consistent with that.
Right. And I think as long as they are allowed to just go, let them pick up that second event, let them pick up that third event, I think they have a shot. And I said it here on camera. I think they have a shot to be in the hunt for a national championship. If we do it right, I think they have a good shot.
Heard
for
it
that.
here first.
That's right. And then that brings me to Mendez Fundamental. What a surprise! Was that a surprise for everybody?
Absolutely.
I did not see Mendez coming. But then as I started to do research, and I went, wait a minute, they have all these kids that were trained right at Martin Elementary. So their coaches at Martin Elementary really put in a lot of time to really, Mr. Magana, Coach Magana, and our coach who's now at Sierra, Mary Patrick. They really, a lot of people don't know, they cultivated a team. It wasn't a feeder. It just so happened those students all wanted to go to Mendez. And now the coach there at Mendez has really done a great job of bringing them together, getting them organized. And look where they are. 4th in the state. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, not as amazing as Quimby though. Coming in very strong as one of our San Jose teams. They're honestly blowing everyone out of the water, and they're coming back off of a national championship title as well.
That's right. And hey, I just have to say this. Dr. Emmy Flores, can you please take it easy? I mean, I know you like to win, but no, congratulations, Dr. Flores. You've brought this program over to your district, and look what it's doing. They have come out strong, and we're not just talking about 1 or 2 schools. We're talking the entire district looks strong.
Yes.
So that brings us to number 2, the 2-time defending national champions, Parks Junior High from Fullerton School District. Now, Parks Junior High has been winning left and right, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sure the students at Parks Junior High are saying, wait, We're ranked second in the state. Why aren't we first? Well, why don't I tell you why you're not first? Because right now, Shibuya is just edging you out just a little bit. Shibuya is no joke. They have a great feeder, right? As you talked about, a great feeder, and the students at Shibuya are just bringing it. They're bringing it. The teachers are amazing, but go ahead.
Let that be motivation, though, because I have a feeling this year, and this is unbiased opinion, but Coach Mariela really is so hands-on with the Shibuya team, and I know those two are going to play tag all year long. So Park students, let that be your motivation. They're your cousins. We're going to compete against each other, make each other better. So when we go to nationals, Mr. T, right, we've got a shot since we've been battling it out all year.
Yeah, so when you all start competing, and for sure everybody will compete against each other at state, but this is a good indicator. It's a good taste test. It's kind of like taking a little taste of the soup just to see if it needs more salt and more pepper. So if you don't do the way as well as you thought you were going to do, just add a little more salt, a little more pepper. I mean, it's just that simple. Do a little more work, talk to your coaches, they'll coach you up, but don't be discouraged. This is all it's an evolution.
Yeah.
That's why sometimes some students win first place and the next tournament they're third. Well, then, you know what? It happens. So let's go back to the drawing board. But I think we're off to a great start. Oh, my Lord, has it been a year? Has it been a year? I think everyone thought, oh, we're going to go back in person. It's going to be the same before COVID. It's nothing like that. I mean, everyone knows this. But we're appreciative that we're making gains. We're able to try to come back to in person. We get to see our friends again. Those are the kind of things that I think we need to celebrate as well. But I want to thank all of you coming out for sharing rankings with everybody. Now everybody knows where everybody's at. And we'll be back in a couple weeks where we'll show the new rankings going into January. So, right? All right, guys. Well, thank you so much.
Thanks, T.
Hey, baby T, how you doing? Hey, I need you to behave tonight, you little heathen.
How can I behave? How can I behave when there is a bias towards Evergreen and Fullerton in the rankings?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What are you talking about?
What am I talking about? The Velasquez Academy. They beat Orangethorpe at the last tournament. How is Orangethorpe ahead of Velasquez Academy? You tell me. Inquiring minds want to know.
It's because the Velasquez Academy is an academy. Orangethorpe is a school where kids go to that school from that neighborhood. The Velasquez Academy has kids from all over Los Angeles that compete with them. The committee has to take that into account, baby T.
Oh, so if a kid doesn't have a speech program at their school, and they compete for Velasquez Academy, they get punished. So we're punishing kids now.
They don't get punished. I told you, the Velasquez Academy is in the rankings. Some people get upset that I even put them in the rankings. So I'm getting punished. What's wrong with you? You gotta take that into account.
Gotta be taken into account. See, that's the problem. That's the problem. See, that's why your hair's falling out. T, that's why your hair's falling out. See, first COVID and now this. What's next?
Oh, Lord. Look, baby T. If you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. That's all I gotta say. Can't take the heat, you gotta get out of the kitchen. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm in the kitchen. I'm in the kitchen. I can stand the heat. You're
Oh,
the
I'm
one that
sure
has to
you
do
will,
something
baby
about
T.
this. Do something
But
about
hey,
this, T.
If this is getting a little too much for you, we may not have him back for the next one. I don't know. I mean, I think he still needs a little maturing. But anyhow, baby T, it's always a pleasure to have you on the show, even though sometimes you're not too nice to me. That's all I got to say.
Tell the nanny not to bother. I got my milk right here. I can't believe you. I'll be back. I'll be back. You trust me, I'll be back.
Oh, baby T. I think that was way too much for him tonight.
Now, he's got problems.
I mean-
that little kid's got problems.
He a baby. So,
Yeah, well, we're gonna have to figure out something. We got to give him some child classes or something. But anyways, it was a great show today. Everyone knows where they're at now. You have two decisions to make. You can complain or you can get to work. I say get to work. The reward isn't getting back to work, right?
okay, yep.
I mean, you're talking about two defending national champions who don't play. We get to work. So that concludes our show for today. I am excited to see about where we're going to be in 2 weeks. We can't wait to see you again. We're going to be joined by the beautiful Sarah Saluski there too. So anyhow, tune in again in 2 weeks and we'll be right back at you. Thank you very much and have a good night.
See you then.